August nights are supposed to be warm and peaceful, but for these three people, the heat carried something far darker than summer air. These are the true August horror stories that will keep you from sleeping tonight. Story 1. The Man in the Field. Sometimes, the scariest thing is not what's hiding in the dark, but what refuses to leave the light. It was August 14th, 2021, in rural Iowa. Megan had just moved into her grandparents' old farmhouse to take care of it while they were away. The place sat in the middle of a cornfield that stretched for miles. That night, she sat on the porch, enjoying the warm air when she noticed something strange. About 200 feet away, just at the edge of the field, stood a man. He wasn't moving. He was facing the house. She thought maybe it was a lost farmhand, but after minutes passed and he didn't budge, she went inside to call the sheriff. While she was on the phone, she peeked through the curtain. The man was closer now, halfway across the field. The sheriff said they'd send a car, but before they arrived, Megan heard the crunch of footsteps in the gravel driveway. She locked the door just as the porch creaked under his weight. She dared to look through the peephole. The man's face was pale, his mouth stretched into a grin too wide for a human, and then he whispered her name. The police arrived minutes later, but the porch was empty, except for a trail of wet footprints leading back into the corn. Story 2. The motel room next door. When you hear a knock in the middle of the night, pray it's not meant for you. August 23, 2019. Carlos was on a cross-country trip when his car broke down in Arizona. He checked into a small roadside motel, room 12. At 1:42 a.m., he was jolted awake by frantic banging on the wall between his room and the next one, room 13. A woman's voice cried out, "Please, let me out!" Carlos called the front desk, but the receptionist sounded confused. "Sir, room 13 is empty. It's been locked for months." The banging grew louder, now accompanied by scratching, like nails dragging down the wall. Against his better judgment, Carlos stepped outside and looked at the door to 13. It was chained shut from the outside. Suddenly, the door rattled violently, and a pale, bony hand shot out from the gap, grasping for him. He ran back to his room, locked the door, and didn't sleep again. In the morning, the chain on room 13 was gone. The motel clerk swore there had never been a chain there at all. Story 3. The Thing in the Basement. If you hear something breathing where no one lives, don't go looking for it. August 6, 2017. In upstate New York, Daniel was house-sitting for his aunt while she vacationed. The house was old and creaked constantly, but the basement door always bothered him. It was locked with a rusty padlock. On the third night, Daniel woke to the sound of slow, heavy breathing. It was coming from the vents, from below. He found the basement key in a kitchen drawer. When he unlocked the door, a foul, rotting smell hit him. His flashlight beam cut through the dust, revealing a mattress in the corner. The breathing got louder. He approached, thinking maybe an animal had gotten trapped, but then the mattress shifted. A pale, eyeless face turned toward him, mouth opening slowly, letting out that same deep, ragged breath. Daniel dropped the flashlight and bolted upstairs, slamming the door. When the aunt came back, he asked about the basement. She went pale and said, "That door hasn't been opened in 12 years.